Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Saheed back on board, and super glad to have you on our channel where we're talking about everything migration abroad, infotainment, classic shows, and healthy lifestyles. Get on board with all our crucial tips on migration abroad. Begin your success story with us, and we're more than ready to make your migration dream a possibility. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so immediately. Like and share our videos, turn on the notifications so you have all our new videos as we release them. So what are we looking at today? We are looking at the process of internationally educated pharmacists looking to migrate to Canada. To all get it started is from the Pharmacy Examination Board of Canada, which describes the process for international graduates. And in three simple steps, it's just telling you that there are three basic steps that you need to take, which starts with the document evaluation, where you must pass this evaluation of your educational and professional credentials to be eligible for the pharmacist evaluating examination. So your next step would be for you to go on to the pharmacist evaluating examination, and in that you have to pass the exam to be eligible for the pharmacist qualifying exam, parts 1 MCQ and the 2 OSC. So your final step would be actually the pharmacist qualifying exam, which has got the part 1 being the MCQ and the part 2 being the OSCE. So this is the final step actually of your qualifying for certification with the PEBC. So when you've passed both parts of this exam, you will be certified and registered by the PEBC. So generally, how you become certified by the PEBC, you need to visit the International Graduates page for the steps that you need to take, and in that you would be looking at the crucial information that has been provided, starting from the document evaluation eligibility, so which in that you would be able to evaluate your document to ensure that your degree is acceptable in Canada. And moving on from that, you will look at the language proficiency requirements that you've got and see what applies to you. Particularly, the language proficiency tests are not required by the PEBC. However, when it comes to the registration, you would be looking at the specific province that you would be looking to work. So provincial regulatory authorities would require this language proficiency testing, and in that, it is recommended that you do contact the regulatory authority for the province in which you're seeking your licensure to practice to receive full information regarding the language fluency or proficiency requirements. So you would have to go on to what is called the Pharmacist Gateway Canada, and in that, all international pharmacy graduates who wish to obtain a license to practice pharmacy in Canada are required to enroll in the NAPRA Gateway before applying for the document evaluation with PEBC. So that you can look at on this page and see the necessary information that you do require. So the Educational Credential Assessment ECA for Canadian immigration programs, if you do wish to apply for the ECA report to submit to IRCC Canada, then you would have to review that on this page as well. And also general information about immigration to Canada on this page. So in terms of applying for the document evaluation, so the step-by-step is for you to start by registering with the Pharmacist Gateway Canada to obtain your NAPRA ID number, create your portal and the account, create your portal account and review the portal user guide. And in terms of the timeline that you would have, so there is a timeline stated on when you should be submitting hard copy documents to PEBC onto the completion of your online application, to the application acknowledgement, completion of the outstanding requirements. So moving on from that to the application and fee expiry 2 years after paying the application fee, as well as the document evaluation reports or results, the examination application access applying to the for the exam, and so on. So you can check out all those details right here. So, and these are also specific instructions for completing the portal application. So from profile creation to payment to document evaluation and so on. And in terms of the document evaluation and exam fees, so you can see all of those details of what it would cost you to do those payments and what is acceptable in terms of method of payments. Talking about the pharmacist evaluating examination, so for that one you would see all the information that you do require for that right here. So the first part of the PEBC qualifying exam usually would be the qualifying part 1, which is usually multiple choice questions, whereas the second part would usually be the objective or structured clinical examination, which is referred to as the OSCE. Looking at the pharmacist's qualifying exam, basically you've got 2 parts to that, and this the multiple choice question, like I said, on the part 1, and your part 2 you would be looking at this part of it, which is the objective structured clinical examination, OSCE, which is taken on a different day than the part 1. So, and in terms of the exam blueprint, so the qualifying exam, both part 1 and 2, is comprehensive and objective, and it examines your knowledge, skills, and abilities required for current pharmacy practice in Canada. So both part 1 and 2 of the qualifying exams are constructed to access the most important aspects of the competency at entry-level practice in Canada. So you can check out all the eligibility for international pharmacy graduate under this link right here. And finally, in terms of the scheduling of exam for pharmacists, you can check all the details here for what has taken place thus far this year and what is still coming up, and also all the exam centers, key dates, exam dates, and all the necessary information of what you do need to know. Talking about the exam itself, as we already had one in May and another in June, as well as the one coming up in October, which is next up, and another November coming up as well. So the evaluating exam that is next would be the October one, and that is the one holding on Wednesday, 9th of October, which is the pharmacist evaluating exam, whereas the pharmacist qualifying exam is holding next on November the 4th to November, it's holding from November the 4th to November the 8th, 2024. So the OSCE, so that's for the MCQ, which holds between November 4th to 8th, and the OSCE holding November the 9th. So other key information or dates are also available right here, and what you would need or what is required for the exam itself. So you can check them all out here. And that brings us to the end of the review of internationally educated pharmacists that want to migrate to Canada, the process itself, everything that you need to know and how you go about it, the exam and all of the process, and all of the details regarding the application, the exam and everything. So all of that we have discussed in details today. So if you found this information really valuable and you're eager for more most updated information, like and share our videos, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on the notifications so you have all our latest videos as they're being released. Feel free to email us over. Super excited to respond to our queries. So thanks very much and see you at the next video. Bye bye.